Well, hello students. This is Professor Shalomo Levy, and I'm recording this brief video because I like to talk to you, the students in my Fall American History 1 course, the 10-week, what's called Late Start, but it's actually an advanced course. And I wanted to give you some advice before your first exam. First of all, you should all have received your grades on the autobiography, and look for my comments, not just the number, but often I commented on your exercise. And on the whole, I was a little disappointed with the quality of the first essays. I start with the first assignment is to do your own history so that you can see the importance of history in your own life and then appreciate it as we study the history of this country. Many of the assignments weren't what I expected. I wanted you to start with your genealogy, your ancestry, and then look at your own life at important moments that have shaped who you are, and to give us a sense of who you are as a person so that you're not just a name on a computer screen. And also so that you could know more about your classmates, that they are real people. This is not a computer. These are real people, real professor, and to get that sense. So many of them didn't really meet my expectation on that. If you're disappointed with that, you do have an opportunity to improve it on this first assignment. If you'd like to resubmit, I'll be happy to grade it and adjust the grade appropriately. However, there were some good ones, and I do want to commend those people and to give you an example of what I'm looking for. So when you go into the discussion room, you can look at the essays that some of these students have written, and you can get an idea of how to do it. So some of the really good ones were Olivia, Kevin, James, and Kulindia. So if you go back in, open up the folder, look at some of their essays, and that's what I wanted you to do. And I think you could do the same thing. Now, as for this first exam, it will be up today, and it will remain up for 4 days. So you have Thursday, Friday, and I always give the students the weekend, if they like, to complete the exam. So you'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but you must take it before midnight on Sunday. You will find the exam under the test tab in Blackboard, not in the folder, but under the test tab. What you will see under weekly assignments, which you all should have looked at, is a folder called Test Number 1 Preparation. And when you open up that folder, I have everything you need to know about this first exam in there, what chapters it's going to cover, and I also include a review sheet of important people, names, dates, places that you should know before you go into the exam. The format of the exam is going to consist of about 25 to 30 multiple choice questions of different types, matching maybe. Also, you could expect possibly one essay. Normally there will be an essay on every exam, so you should consider that. And our weekly discussion questions are good practice and preparation for your essays, such as this week's discussion questions. And for all future weeks, it won't be about your autobiography. The discussion questions, the essays that you will write, will be responses to questions about the material. So you could use the weekly discussions as practice for the essays on the actual exams. For those of you who would like to meet with me, this is something online students often forget, is that they are students at Northampton Community College, and so therefore they can go to see their professors during their office hours. And I have 3 hours of time set aside each week to meet with students. Different times. It's posted on the top of your syllabus. So you can come and see me, and we could go over any questions that you have about the course, any questions you have about the material, and I could try to explain it to you. If my office hours aren't convenient, then you also have the option of using the Learning Center. And this is located on both the Bethlehem and the Monroe campuses. And there are tutors there who are free and very good, who could also help you with the material. The last thing I want to remind you is that in addition to the chapters, in this case chapters 1, 2, and 3, you should also be studying my PowerPoint presentations. That's important because those presentations show you what I'm emphasizing in the classroom on campus. So that way you could see, although I assigned the whole chapter, what I thought was really important, what I emphasized and what I taught in the classroom were the points listed in my presentations. So I think the best way to go about this is, like campus students, read the chapter first, then look at my PowerPoint presentations. Also, many of them have video links to different things as well. And make sure you are looking at the historical documents. Again, each folder I have the reading, I have my PowerPoint, and I assign a historical document from the period. We started last week with a 500-year-old letter from a Catholic priest describing what he saw with the conquistadors as they settled some of the early Spanish colonies. And then I have documents throughout all the periods of American history that we look at. So look at the PowerPoints, look at the documents. Don't wait till the last minute. Although you have until midnight on Sunday, don't start studying just before you take the exam. That is to try to read 3 chapters, look at all my PowerPoints and the documents an hour before you take the exam. The most successful students read the chapters as they're assigned, and before an exam they review what they already know. Right? So studying is a matter of reviewing what you already know, not trying to learn everything for the first time just before the exam. You'll have better results and it's more manageable that way. So that's just a little word of advice so that we can see some good results on this first exam. And I hope you're enjoying the course. And again, I invite you to come see me if you like. Take care and be well.